Aside from dropping the murder charges, the court also acquitted Mubarak and his associates of other charges. He, his former oil minister Sahmi Fahmy, and a longtime friend Hussein Salam were cleared of corruption charges related to gas exports. They were accused of selling Egyptian gas at prices well below market rate to Israel and profiting from the deal. Mubarak and his two sons Alaa and Gamal were also acquitted of bribery charges. The case involves the purchase of luxury villas at a Red Sea resort. Joining us now here in Doha is Yehia Ghanem. He's an academic and an exiled Egyptian journalist. Thank you very much for joining us here in the studio. First, if we could get your reaction to the court's decision to clear Mubarak of all these charges.
Well, I've always expected an acquittal ever since Mubarak was referred to the criminal court. The first time I saw the indictment, I could see that there would be no way except to acquit Mubarak and his aides, along with his two sons. So there was no surprise. I was not surprised. Yeah, frustrated though.
Can we, like so many other people we've seen on the streets today, let's take a closer look at the charges that he's been cleared of. With regards to the corruption charges, everyone, including his two sons, have been acquitted, right? And then there is the conspiracy to kill protester charges, which were also lodged against Hosni Mubarak. That case was thrown out completely. It wasn't even given a not guilty verdict.
As I told you, from the first time I went through the indictment, I knew that they're all going to be acquitted for many reasons. One, the first reason is that the prosecutor general, Abdul Mahmoud, he picked up the least crimes that Mubarak and his aides and his children committed over the last 3 decades. And as if it was not enough, even the crimes, or the so-called crimes, they used in the indictment, the prosecutor general, which was appointed by Mubarak himself, he refrained from providing the body of evidence to prove such crimes. So it was obvious. It was an obvious case of trying to evade a real conviction.
Now, with regards to the conspiracy to kill protester charges,
on both accounts,
the judge basically declared the whole charge didn't even warrant a decision, and he threw that case out.
Yes.
Now, which is the bigger deal for you and other Egyptians? Which is more upsetting?
Well, I believe the whole thing is sad, and I believe that the saddest part about this thing is that the verdict came as, or at least that's what the military think, as the finale of the end of the revolution. But although that's what they think, I believe they think wrongly, and I believe that they provided the public and the people a new incentive to move the revolution into a more advanced phase. I think what happened today is just a prelude to another revolution.
We are going to look at what the longer-term consequences of this verdict have a little bit later in the program. Now, before we leave you for now, at this point, Mubarak is still serving a jail sentence, isn't he? He won't be freed just yet. What exactly is he in jail for?
2 months. He's got 2 months to be completely free.
Okay, so they're not letting him go.
That is in case we consider the last 4 years, that is if we assume that he was imprisoned for the last 3 years. He was never imprisoned. He was treated as a president in a 5-star hotel hospital, so he was never imprisoned.
Okay, we will come back to you a little later in the program. Like we said, thanks very much for joining us here in the studio.